Nothing drains your energy quite like walking on emotional eggshells in your own home, never knowing if a simple hello will be met with a warm smile or an explosive outburst. You watch your teenager go from laughing and happy 1 minute to furious, tearful, or completely shut down the next, leaving you feeling helpless, exhausted, and constantly bracing for impact. When an adolescent goes from 0 to 100 over a minor request, your initial reaction might be to wonder where you went wrong or why they're trying to push your buttons. But what if that sudden volatility isn't a strategy at all? What looks like intentional drama is often just a temporary system overload. An adolescent brain operates with a fully developed emotional engine, but its cognitive steering and braking systems are still under heavy construction. Today, we're going to walk through the hidden triggers behind these sudden emotional shifts, along with a practical de-escalation framework to help you stay grounded, protect your own peace, and bring calm back to your living room. Before we break down the exact brain science behind these sudden outbursts, take 2 seconds right now to hit that subscribe button. Every single week, we translate the complex neurobiology of the adolescent mind into practical, actionable blueprints that you can use in your home right away. Joining this growing community ensures you will never miss a single framework designed to protect your family connection and help you navigate every single developmental storm. Now, let's step directly into the overwhelming moment where these emotional explosions actually begin. Imagine sitting in the kitchen on a quiet weekend afternoon. Your teenager walks in looking relaxed, grabs a glass of water, and starts sharing a funny clip they just saw online. For a brief minute, the air feels light, and you feel that familiar, comforting warmth of being on the same page. Then, you offer a totally routine, harmless check-in. "Hey, while you're up, do you mind grabbing your laundry off the stairs?" In less than 3 seconds, the entire room shifts. Their face tightens. They slam the glass onto the counter and snap, "Why are you constantly breathing down my neck? I can't even get a drink of water without getting nagged." They storm down the hall. Their bedroom door slams hard enough to vibrate the floorboards, and you're left standing there alone, your own heart racing. You stand by the counter in disbelief, replaying the last 30 seconds, completely baffled by how a simple 5-word request about a pile of clothes detonated a peaceful afternoon. When our teenagers experience sudden, intense mood swings, snap over tiny triggers, or go from calm to furious in a split second, it's easy to view that behavior through a personal lens. We see the dramatic escalation and label it as calculated disrespect, spoiled entitlement, or a deliberate attempt to challenge our authority. When we view an outburst as a targeted attack, our own defensive instincts take over. We naturally want to match their volume, assert control, or hand out an immediate penalty to prove that their behavior won't be tolerated. What feels like a personal attack is almost always severe internal overload. During adolescence, the brain's emotional processing centers are running on high gear, amplified by major hormonal shifts. Meanwhile, the prefrontal networks responsible for impulse control, context, and immediate self-soothing are undergoing a massive structural overhaul that won't fully settle for years. They are essentially navigating high-stress emotional input without complete access to their logical dashboard. When fatigue, social pressure, or simple sensory exhaustion builds up, their system hits a tipping point. resulting in a sudden wave of frustration they don't yet have the internal tools to regulate. To stop these emotional storms from taking over your home, we have to audit our own daily habits and eliminate the 4 subtle traps that accidentally turn a minor mood ripple into a full-scale hurricane. 1. The matched volatility trap. When your teen's voice rises and you instantly match their speed, tone, and volume, you validate their internal panic. An overloaded brain is subconsciously scanning the environment for a grounding signal. Meeting their chaos with your own chaos confirms to their system that there is a genuine emergency, escalating the conflict further. 2. The logic invasion. Trying to reason with a teenager in the middle of an emotional outburst is like trying to teach algebra during a thunderstorm. When their emotional system is flooded, their verbal and logical processing centers are operating with severe lag. Demanding that they be reasonable or explain their outburst while elevated only increases their frustration. 3. The personalization bias. It's easy to take their sharp words personally, assuming that an angry comment reflects their true, settled feelings about you. But during a spike of frustration, an adolescent isn't delivering a considered opinion. They are simply venting internal pressure. Taking those words to heart causes us to react out of wounded feelings rather than staying grounded. 4. The immediate consequence reflex. Handing out major, long-term punishments in the exact moment of an emotional crash rarely teaches self-control. When a consequence is issued, while everyone's stress levels are peaked, the teen's focus shifts entirely from their own behavior to how unfair the punishment feels, bypassing any actual reflection. To navigate these sudden shifts without losing your patience or damaging your relationship, you can replace immediate reactivity with a steady, 3-step approach. Step 1. Regulate your own system first. The moment you notice their voice rising or their body language tightening, make your physical posture the priority. Keep your feet planted, lower your vocal pitch, slow your speech, and drop your shoulders. You are using your own physical composure to offer a steady baseline for the room. Step 2. Offer a low-pressure space. Avoid trying to resolve the chore, address the attitude, or fix the problem while their stress response is active. Validate the overwhelm without accepting poor treatment, and create a temporary pause. I can see you're completely drained right now, and I'm not going to argue with you while you're stressed. I'm going to head into the other room so we both have space to breathe. We can handle the laundry once things feel calmer. Step 3. Connect after the reset. Wait 30 to 60 minutes until their physical tension drops and their system returns to baseline. Once they're calm, walk in, keep your tone warm, and address the behavior separately from the emotion. Hey, earlier got pretty intense. It's totally okay to feel overwhelmed or exhausted. You're allowed to have bad days. But snapping at me isn't okay. Next time you feel that frustration building up, what do you need from me so you can take a breather before things boil over? Why does keeping your own composure and stepping back work so much better than arguing or issuing immediate penalties? It comes down to basic cognitive capacity and emotional bandwidth. When a teenager experiences a sudden spike in frustration, their internal stress system floods their body with adrenaline, temporarily pulling energy away from their prefrontal cortex. In that state, Their brain lacks the bandwidth to process complex logic, absorb lectures, or evaluate long-term consequences. Trying to reason with them while their battery is depleted is like asking a phone with 1% power to run a heavy application. It simply causes the system to freeze. When you keep your tone calm and remove the immediate demand for a debate, you stop adding extra input to their overloaded system. By lowering the environmental friction, you give their internal resources time to recover. As their stress levels settle, their logical processing capacity naturally comes back online. Once their bandwidth is restored, they become far more capable of hearing your perspective, reflecting on their reaction, and engaging in a constructive conversation. It takes real strength to stay grounded when the energy in your home suddenly shifts. When your teenager loses their composure over a minor issue, every natural instinct will urge you to step in, regain control, or match their intensity to prove a point. Resisting that urge is where real leadership lives. Your job isn't to prevent every mood swing or force your child to feel balanced 100% of the time. Your job is to be the one adult in their life brave enough to stay steady when their internal weather turns stormy, and remain a dependable anchor until the air clears. When you show them that their temporary emotional waves won't throw you off balance or destroy your connection, home becomes the place where they learn how to regulate their own storms. Next week, we are looking at a different kind of challenge. What happens when you master these emotional storms, keep your home environment steady, and build a solid foundation of safety, only to watch your teenager completely freeze up whenever they face real-world expectations or school demands? What do you do when a capable kid spends hours staring at a screen, putting off simple tasks, and paralyzing themselves with delay until their potential feels totally stuck? In our next video, we are breaking down the teenage motivation puzzle. If your teen procrastinates constantly, they're secretly screaming for this. We are going to explore what's actually happening behind chronic delay, why procrastination is rarely about laziness, and the practical executive functioning tools you can use to help them build momentum, manage overwhelm, and take ownership of their own goals. I'll see you there.